Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man, I want to take you guys back to the 90s. Y'all asked me to do more videos like this. Okay, well, if I'm going to keep doing videos like this, y'all motherfuckers better watch these videos, okay? Don't ask me to do something and then y'all don't support it. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all ask for certain movies to be made about, you know what I'm saying, about um, our icons and, you know, heroes and stuff. And then when these movies come out, y'all don't watch them. Y'all don't support them. So if you want me to continue to make these type of videos, watch these damn videos. But nevertheless, that was a quick disclaimer. But anyway, let's go back, I think, to June 16th, 1990, when this album was released. All right. The funny thing about it, this album received next to no promotion whatsoever. I had seen it a couple of times and then I decided to buy it, but I'm going to get into how I bought the actual cassette versus, you know, the UA, aka bootleg. Now, as you guys know, the same way they have the UA unauthorized, whatever, fakes, whatever y'all want to label the Jordans as. Well, they had that same thing with cassettes. I didn't start buying CDs till like the late 90s. I think I bought my first CD like in 1998 or something. Because most people was, you know, buying cassette tapes, you know. And probably some of y'all millennials and some of y'all youngest is like, what's a cassette tape? Well, look at it in this video. That's what a cassette tape is. But nevertheless, it was funny. You know, I would go to the local liquor store. That's where you can get a lot of the bootleg cassette tapes at. And it was kind of funny, you know, the bootleg liquor stores, you know, the bootleg tapes would be at the liquor stores. So it's kind of funny, you know, how you just look and see what they got. And you could buy a bootleg versus a real, you know, a real cassette. Back then, real cassette tapes were about anywhere from $8, $9, $10. So, the bootlegs was about $3. So you do the math. Now, the problem is with the bootleg cassettes, sometimes it would be the quality, how the sound. Big difference versus the real versus the bootlegs. Now, you had some that was on point. Then you had some, you just, oh my God. You know, when you play it on a radio, it's real low and stuff. When you play it on your, you know, boom box, whatever you want to call it, sounds real low. Sort of like with the Jordans. They have what you call high quality. Then they have mid quality. Then they have what you call So, I happen to just keep seeing this tape saying Compton's Most Wanted. Don't know who they are. You know, don't know who they are. Hadn't heard the the cassette. No videos whatsoever. No rotation on Rap City or MTV. So, after seeing it about maybe the third or fourth time, I came to the liquor store. It was this liquor store not too far from Calvin Simmons, you know, middle school, because I was going to Calvin Simmons at the time. I lived off of 35th, you know. So, I said, okay, I'm going to go on and buy this cassette, my bad. I'm going to go on and buy the cassette. So, you know, I get home. You know, my brother, he come home from school. So I told my brother, I said, because I told him I might buy that tape that said Compton's Most Wanted. So, you know, I wait for my brother to get home. Okay, and then we take it out. It's in some cheap plastic. We take it out. So we pop it in our $40 cassette player that came from Sears in West Oakland, if I'm not mistaken. So we pop it in. And the first song on the cassette tape is One Time Gaffle 'Em Up. And you just hear that boom, 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 and boom, boom. Then it had an NWA, tired of the motherfucking jacking. And then 8 come through with those lyrics on the spot with the Glock where the homies be chilling. Gossiping about the latest Compton killing. I was like, whoa. So I was like, okay. Then we just started playing it all the way to the end and instantly hooked. Now, eventually, we liked it so much to where we actually went out and bought the real one, the real cassette tape. And it was kind of funny. We knew they was from Compton. And then it was funny when you open it up, the cassette tape, you see a blue tape, which is rare. Most tapes were clear, white, or tan. You know. So at this time, we finally learning about gang culture in LA, about Crips and Bloods and all that stuff, because we like maybe a couple of years removed from the movie Colors. So now we starting to understand LA gang culture and stuff. So so when we saw that blue tape, okay, it's obvious what MC8 represented. Trag New Park, Crips. So we knew, okay, this dude is a Crip. But we didn't care because, you know, we in the Bay. That's not really part of our culture. And we're not disrespecting the Bloods and the Crips. That's just not part of our culture. So you sensitive gangbangers, don't come on here thinking we dissing cuz of Blood. It ain't even like that. Don't bring that shit here. Okay? So I'm like, wow. So I was an instant fan of MC8. You know, that tape was awesome. You know, it had the title track. It's a Compton thing with the sugar-free beat. Then it had Duck Sick. My song, Give It Up, Give It Up. You know what's on my mind. Give it up, give it up. You've been wasting too much time. I mean, just an awesome album, man. Man, just, I mean, like I said, man, that was like, that's what you call real underground. You know, like I said, no radio support, basically no promotion behind them. And it's kind of funny, you have these dudes making monumental like albums that stood the test of time. And this album has stood the test of time. Anybody that bought that album loved that album. And MC8, to me, I think he don't get enough credit for what he contributed to the underground LA hip hop scene. Now, the funny thing is about MC8 that tripped me out. You know how now everybody, the new generation, make song after song about how they, you know, cripping and all that kind of stuff. You already knew what he was. The funny part about it is MC8 would be just busting his raps. But he didn't have a whole bunch of songs where he was talking about he was a Crip. It was kind of obvious. Now you got dudes who ain't even from LA, and they bang Crip blood harder than any dude from LA. Same thing with DJ Quick. We knew DJ Quick was we knew he was Treetop Paru, but he didn't make a whole bunch of songs talking about, you know what I'm saying, you know, he a blood and all that stuff. You knew it. And then when the stuff happened with Biggie, he kind of distanced himself from that because they tried to link him to what happened to Biggie. But anyway, man, like I said, man, this is an awesome album. You can look this album up. It's on YouTube. You could listen to the whole, they got a video on here where you could just listen to the whole album in its entirety. But yeah, man, this was an awesome album, man. You know, for real. Also, I forgot to mention, they had another song on there that was a banger too. And it was called This Is Compton. But anyway, thank you for tapping in. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.